Hey, Attorney Steve Sumner. One of the most common questions that I'm asked is, what are my rights in a DUI stop? What rights do I have as a motorist in South Carolina when I've been pulled over under suspicion of drunk driving? First of all, you have the absolute and complete right to remain silent. You do not have to make any statements. You do not have to answer any questions. So first of all, I would stress the right to remain silent. Second, you have the right to decline field sobriety tests. Field sobriety tests are not mandatory, and it is not required that a motorist take them. In South Carolina, you have the absolute right to, and I always advise somebody to politely decline field sobriety test, but again, you have the absolute right to remain silent, the absolute right to decline field sobriety test. As I mentioned above, you do not have to answer any questions. You do not have to take a breath test. The fourth element would be breath test. You will be offered a breath test in South Carolina, and you have the absolute, complete, unequivocal right to refuse a breath test. You will be advised that you have the right to refuse it in writing, and you will also be advised verbally. And again, I just want to stress the point that you have the right to refuse or decline the breath test. And I also like to point out to people that you are most likely being video and audio recorded in a DUI stop. Dash cams and microphones that are on an officer's lapel are generally a part of the landscape right now in South Carolina. Just to go back over what I've touched on, a couple of things. You do have the right to remain silent. In South Carolina, a person has the right to decline field sobriety test. You do not have to take field tests on the side of the road. You do not have to answer any questions from the police officer, and you do not have to take a breath test. You can decline the breath test. And one last point, as I've made before, you are most likely being audio and video recorded. In South Carolina, we have one of the stiffest, most tough mandatory video laws in the United States. And for the most part, you can count on being audio and video recorded from the time that your car is pulled over until the completion of being offered the breath test. Thank you.